Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Fancy Sip Review. Today on the Fancy Sip Review, I'm going to be trying another flavor in the 2024 Mountain Dew Election Series. Today, I'm going to be trying the Democratic Blue Joe Biden flavor, Liberty Chill. And just like President Joe Biden, who's running for his second time in office, this is going to be the second time that Mountain Dew has featured this Liberty Chill flavor. With the Liberty Chill, what is unique about this drink is it says that this is 50 flavors in one. Usually when I hear there's a lot of mixing of flavors, it ends up just being a fruit punch, but this is going to be a blue drink, so it's going to be interesting to try. I have had this in the past. I don't really remember how it was, but let's look at the can, see some interesting things about this. So on the front of the can, on the top right side, you're getting Lady Liberty, who is shedding her crown and becoming a motorcyclist. That would have been pretty cool during Joe Biden's heyday of when he's talking about people getting into knife fights at pools and stuff like that. But on the other side of the can, it just shows the torch also being thrown, as well as what appears to be skyscrapers. Mountain Dew's marketing and advertising team is kind of bad at coming out with cans for these limited edition flavors. It's always something on the top and something on the Biden or the bottom. I guess on the Biden was a good slip, but usually it's just that. And you know, they have this whole can they could do so much more with. But let me show off this can for you real quick. That is where Lady Liberty is tossing off her crown, which could be like the Americans tossing off the oppression of Mountain Dew flavors and drinking something like Faygo or Sprite. And here at the bottom, there is nothing. That's what I'm saying. It's just a boring design. So that's everything that I have to say about this, essentially. I don't really have as many good jokes for Joe Biden that I do for Donald Trump. He's kind of just a boring character who people voted for because they didn't like Trump, and now, I don't know, all the talk show people aren't giving me jokes to steal to do for the Fancy Sip, and everything is just boring now. So let's open this up and see what this drink looks like. As I said, the drink is a blue color. It looks a lot like a cotton candy type drink. It also kind of smells like blue raspberry, kind of like that blue raspberry gum from the 90s. I don't remember who made it. I do not remember who made that gum. I think it's that company that partnered with Ghost Energy, Bubblicious, but I might be wrong. Not that anybody leaves comments on my videos, so nobody's going to correct me. Here is the drink. It does look a lot like a Voltage. It has the blue color of Voltage. It also reminds me of one of those limited edition Mountain Dews that came out. I don't remember what the exact name was. I think it was Dark Berry or something. It was one of the Batman release flavors. It looks a lot like that. Again, this drink has came out in the past, and it is going to taste probably the same. Don't remember if the sugar content is the same, but if I remember right, it tastes kind of like a cotton candy-ish Voltage. So let's see how this sits in the mouthfeel portion of the review. I have to say what I am impressed with Mountain Dew doing is that usually when they come out with these limited edition flavors, they're pretty terrible. Mountain Dew knows what people want. They want the game fuel back, and they want heavily sugared flavored beverages. Usually what they end up giving you is a lemonade with fruit in it that usually tastes terrible, or they'll run contests that they'll rig the votes, kind of like the Democrats did in the election, and then they'll force you to buy what they want. Like you would want the Mountain Dew, what was it called? The Pitch Black. And everybody in America voted for the Pitch Black. Pitch Black won, and then they decided to change the rules and then just sell Baja Blast anyways. It's kind of dumb that Mountain Dew is asking what people would buy. they tell them what they would buy, and then Mountain Dew kind of tells them, no, that's not what they would buy. But they don't re-release it in stores until years later, as if they're not just insulting people. But that's all the venting I have of how Mountain Dew sells its limited edition flavors. This drink does taste delicious. It does have a sweeter taste to that of a Voltage, but it's giving you all the flavors. It's giving you actually 50 flavors according to the can, which I don't really think is that accurate. I couldn't possibly if it's just Voltage with a little bit more sugar in it. But let's see, actually, because usually on the Fancy Sip review, I tell you what's in the drink, but kind of slipped my mind. In this drink, you are getting 170 calories, 55 milligrams of sodium, 46 grams of carbohydrates, 46 grams of sugar with an included 46 grams in a 12-ounce can. In this drink, you are getting carbonated water, high fructose corn syrup, citric acid, natural and artificial flavor, sodium benzoate preserving the freshness, caffeine, sodium citrate, gum arabic, calcium disodium, EDTA to protect the flavor. The color that you're getting is blue 1. It's the number 1 blue color. Sucrose, which is another sugar. Acetate isobutyric red 40, so it's giving you a little bit of red in it. No white, though. That's depressing that it's just the red and the blue, but I guess it goes with the election thing. But the drink itself is a very tasty Voltage tasting beverage. I think that, honestly, this probably tastes better than Voltage, and Mountain Dew would be able to recycle this for a different company, which I mean, I feel like Mountain Dew just does that. They'll re-release flavors as a tie-in for something else. But it's a very tasty, Voltage-y drink. It's supposed to be a combination of all the flavors, the whiteout, the Code Red, the Voltage, the Live Wire. But the blueness is overpowering, which goes with the color. Maybe Mountain Dew could have done something like throw in some additional flavors to go with the territories that America owns, like American Samoa, and gave it a little bit of, sourness or something else that would have made this taste a little bit different than just a Voltage repackaged with a little bit more sugar in it. But I think that this is a delicious beverage. It's weird to say that when I reviewed the Mountain Dew Star Spangled Splash, I gave it a 10, said it was a perfect drink. I think that this is also a 10 out of 10, honestly. I think that the Star Spangled Splash currently has the thing in its favor, as I'm a big fan of the fruit punch red berries comparatively to the blueberry taste, but this is a very blue, very tasty beverage. I think that this is equally as good as the Star Spangled Splash, and I thought the Baja Blast series that came out this year was pretty underwhelming. I'm pretty sure that the Cobra Cane is going to be underwhelming. I'm sure the new Voodoo series is going to be underwhelming, but Mountain Dew definitely hit it out of the park with the election season flavors. So the next flavor that I'm going to be reviewing is going to be the third-party white flavor. Will that be as good as the other two flavors, or will I have thrown my money away, like somebody throwing their vote away at the polls on that 12-pack? Well, you're going to have to find out in the next Fancy Sip review, but again, I've been the Fancy Sipper, and cheers. Clink.